Alright YouTube, so last night I was out here working on this four-wheeler. If you saw the previous video, I took the carburetor out. I cleaned it on the workbench over there. The main jet and the slow-speed jet were clogged. So at this point I put it back on the four-wheeler. It was last night around midnight when I actually got it back together, so I didn't want to start it up because of neighbors and stuff. And when I hooked the hose up, the old fuel filter was leaking. I didn't know if it was the filter or if it was, I don't know if it was the filter or if it was the line. So what I've done is I went and bought a new filter from Napa. I don't know if you can see it or not. So all I have left to do is just tighten it down. And then once I tighten it, I will be able to hopefully start it. I wanted to start it last night, but with four-wheelers and stuff in the past, I've had my neighbors not very, or they haven't ever said anything, but they've looked over here out of their Florida room windows and stuff, and I've heard stories, and I don't know if it's them or other neighbors, but I decided to hold off. Alright, so in the tank I've got 1 gallon that I mixed up last night that's in there. Everything else is bolted down except for the cover for the air filter box. The battery's not in place. I'm going to place that in there in just a second. Let me turn on the gas to see if it's going to leak like it did last night. So we got the switch. Alright, so the gas is in the Alright, it's going in there. It's not going in there very fast. Alright, it's that was a whole gallon almost. Yeah, there's gas in there. Alright. It doesn't seem to be coming out that well. I'll be. You know what? There might be something wrong with. There might be something clogged in this part of the hose. Alright, let me see what happens. Maybe I just can't see it going down. But it does not look like it's getting gas in there. But, well, you know, I can start it without the battery. Maybe, well, I'll go ahead and put it on. Take a second. So put the battery in place. See, I don't even know if the battery held charge. That's going to be the big question, whether the battery held charge or not. Like I said earlier, this is my Odyssey that I'm working on. If this is the first video you've watched, this is a 1986 Honda Odyssey, and I explained it's kind of hard to say 86 because I mentioned in the last video that I read that they only made Odyssey the 350. They only made it for 1 year, so this is actually an 85, I guess, but they labeled it an 86, I guess because the title, maybe it was titled then, but whatever. I don't know a whole lot about Odysseys. This is the first one I've ever had. I just picked it up 2 days ago. Did not run. Battery is dead, and wasn't getting gas. Carburetor was clogged. Previous owner didn't think it needed to be cleaned, which it looked like it did, and it had some other issues running, with carburetor issues. Previous owner said that they thought it was kind of running like it was on choke, and the choke was off, how it wanted to cut off and everything. and it was hard to start. So I'm hoping the cleaning that I gave it fixed the problem, because like I said, the main jet and the slow speed jet were almost completely clogged. So flip this up. Yesterday I charged the battery. I'd probably charge it for an hour or two, put it on, and it would barely even turn starter. So I charged it again last night for a longer period of time, and the battery charger looks like it got more of a charge in it at that time. So I'm hoping I don't need a new battery. Hopefully it just needed a longer charge than what I gave it the first time. Alright, so the battery's charged. I'm going to leave the airbox off just for now and see if it starts. If it doesn't run or have an issue, the next thing I'm going to do is mess with this fuel line. But it's coming down I don't know if you can see it, but it is trickling down, but it's not trickling down enough. We'll see. Alright. So, run position, ignition on, this is the starter. Give it a little bit of choke. The choke's on. Alright, so it's running. It's idling. Of course, this would be a socket I don't have right now. I'm going to have to go get it. I'm thinking it was an 8mm. I'm going to turn it off for a second. Alright, so it did start. It's the first time I've started it. I'm guessing the fuel is going down there. To get that tightened down, I'm going to take it down into my driveway. Now, I don't have a lot of room here at my house for driving stuff. Basically, it's just a driveway. So, what I'm going to do is probably go to my uncle's house. Actually, as I say that, I hear thunder. I'll probably get the trailer loaded up and see what the storm, I guess, is going to do, and maybe hit my uncle's house in an hour or so. If you watch any of my previous videos of going down to the farm, we've got about a 45-acre farm down in Virginia. That's where I am, in Virginia. And since I'm off this week, my brother and I were thinking about going down there. We've had some really bad storms here lately come through Virginia, and a lot of downed trees. In the area where the farm is, they had bad storms also, and I haven't been down there in the last month. So I wanted to go down there in the next day or two to just make sure the houses there didn't end up with a big tree laying on top of it or anything, and maybe go through the trails just to see what kind of damage. So that could be a perfect chance for me to take this and see what it does. Alright, so this is going to need this a little bit more in front of me. Maybe they give you a little bit better view. I'm going to climb into this thing and see If you notice, if you watch my other video, I took the plastic. Well, actually, it was off in the video. Never mind. But last time, I've only climbed into it once. And when I did that, plexiglass was there, so it was a little bit more difficult. But here, I've got able to hold on. And I don't have a helmet on. I will always wear a helmet when I go riding, but I'm just going to go to the end of my driveway, probably back up and come back here, if it'll do that. All right, so. I'm going to hold the brake. It's in forward. Alright, it should be in forward. Alright, well, it wanted to move. Let's try this again. Alright, so something's up with the transmission. Excellent. It feels like it's going into gear. And the buggy moves some, but it's not going anywhere. So let me try again. Even though I've tried several times, it's kind of irritating. Alright, so I'm in forward. Alright. Didn't make it very far. Oh, great. I should get a bloopers video of me trying to get in and out of this thing. Alright, so I do know it runs. It's got this, I don't think the parking brake would have anything to do with it. No. Unless that thing was broken. No, it still rolls. Alright. To be honest, I don't know exactly where to start with it because I've never really dealt with one of these before. Alright, so I mean it's the selector's working. Let me start it up. It won't start in gear. On the brake. Great. Now this is exactly what the lady said was happening. Alright, it's got more fuel there now. It's not wanting to run. Now, it wouldn't even go into gear. Alright, so she said, the previous owner, she told me that it would run for a while, and then it would get to where it wouldn't want to run. It would be difficult to start, which now it's difficult to start, like it's flooded. Didn't say anything about transmission. Now I'm hoping there's something I'm just not doing right, being that I never have had one before. But I mean, I've got the shifter here. Back there, the linkage is moving when I shift it. And there's nothing else to lock. You got the parking brake, which that's not engaged because it rolls. I mean, only the controls, brakes, on, off. All right. Try to start again. It is almost like it is almost like it's flooded. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now so I can mess with it for a little bit. Once I figure something out, I will turn the camera back on. I don't really have a whole lot of time now. I was hoping to get this thing to run, drive it down the driveway and come back. And doesn't look like that's going to happen. So 2 issues now. It's carburetor's clean, but it's still doing what she said, and the thing won't. When I had it running, didn't seem like it was going into gear. So let me do a little bit more research and mess with it and see what's going on. I do know it runs, but it doesn't do any good if it doesn't go anywhere. Anyway, thanks for watching Big Drum's Garage. Let me see if I can figure this out, and I'll get the camera back on. The reason I'm going to turn it off is probably it's going to take me a while in the video. There's no point in me having a video for too long. Anyway, thanks for watching Big Drum's Garage. Check it out. See if I get another video up soon of what the problem was, and hopefully I have it fixed. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.